guys, Zollard here, back again with another review, and today we'll be taking a look at the NECA Toys Toony Tears Elvira, the Mistress of the Dark. Because what is more Halloween than the Mistress herself, right? That's what I thought. But yeah, this is the first one of these I've ever gotten my hands on. I wouldn't mind checking out the Beetlejuice, or maybe the Freddy or the Jason, or really the Nosferatu, because you can never have too many Nosferatus, right? One of the coolest vampires that ever lived, or not lived in, a vampire's case. But at any rate, got Elvira here. And I gotta say, these are pretty decent little figures, considering this is the first one I've ever laid my hands on. And this is courtesy of Mr. Brian. He found this in Target the other day and was nice enough to let me check it out. So, yeah, getting into the meat and taters here. She's pre-posed, so you're not going to be able to do a whole lot with her. But with that in mind, her arms do move up and down. This one was a little stuck, but I did get it to move with the hot breath trick. Just go on the figure and give it a little push and a little pull, and 9 times out of 10 that works. If that doesn't work, well then don't force it. You'll break it and snap it and cry like a baby. And on top of that, she does also have a bit of a ball joint in the head. So that's kind of cool. Pose her around a little bit. And I believe the whole concept with these, or behind these I should say, is that they're supposed to go with your Scooby-Doo figures. Now I'm not sure what scale exactly those are and what these are. I would say maybe 4 to 5 inch maybe. But if I'm going to be honest here, Elvira was actually in some Scooby-Doo stuff, which makes perfect sense. She was in the Halloween movie from a couple of years ago. There was a Scooby-Doo, was it Trick or Treat or something? She was in that, and then she was also in the Scooby-Doo Return to Zombie Island, which is supposed to be a sequel to my favorite Scooby-Doo movie of all time, Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island. But unfortunately, they kind of cucked out the coolness from the original Zombie Island movie. So even though Elvira was in it, it wasn't enough to save the movie, unfortunately. But it was cool that they got her to do it. But yeah, very sexy posed, stylized figure here. She's got the exposed leg on this side. And then her monster-sized cleavage in the front. It's enough to make the Kardashians jealous, because I think hers are all natural, if you know what I'm saying. Keep it in your pants, fellas. I don't believe she has any peg holes down here. No, it's just a base. But, of course, she doesn't need any, because she's got her very unique style dress that kind of splays out, much like octopus tentacles or spider legs, which I think is more or less the intention there. But this is a really cool little figure. Not a whole lot to talk about, because it is essentially a statue. But you can see her face there. Looks good for a cartoony Elvira. But just a side note, I gotta say, as much as I love Elvira, what she does, kind of got her idea from good old Vampira, who is a 50s model and TV personality in her own right. And Elvira's legal team, I don't know if Elvira herself had anything to do with it, but Elvira's legal team, I believe, filed a lawsuit against her, which, that's not cool. They did her dirty, man. It's pretty lame, but whatever. That drama's come and gone. It does not matter. It's in the past. Although to me it matters, because I don't like people getting done wrong like that. That's pretty lame, dude. But at any rate, that being said, let's take a look at some comparisons. First up, just to get a bit of a concept of a scale, here is the Mistress of the Dark herself next to a couple of figures from the Scoob movie line. We have Scooby-Doo and Shaggy. And yeah, she's a little bit small for this line, but I do think she will work perfectly with that older Scooby-Doo line that's a little bit smaller, if you know what I'm talking about. And then we also have the Disney Toy Box Venom and the Loyal Subjects BSTAXN Slash, and I think the scale between them works pretty good because Venom can be a bit bigger, a bit chunkier, and Slash, who I believe is also a big fan of Elvira's, I think is the perfect height for this figure, so take that for what you will. Up next, here she is next to the Hasbro Marvel Legends Ultron from the Ursa Major Build-A-Figure wave, and the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Dr. Fate as he appeared in Injustice 2, and yeah, this Elvira, anyways, is a little small for these lines, but NECA did reveal earlier this month that they're going to be doing a much larger scale version that will probably look pretty good next to Dr. Fate at least. She might be a bit tall for Legends, but that figure looks really, really good and should be coming out early next year. But if you really wanted to use this one with some other lines that are a little bit out of scale, you'd probably fudge some camera angles and do some work and make things work if you really wanted to. And last but certainly not least, we have our two regulars, the Mythic Legion's Brother Mandibulus and the MK 11 Spawn. And Spawn is the dominant one on screen today. He is the tallest thing that has showed up on cam. So with that being said, time to wrap things up. Some final thoughts. Overall, and if you're a big fan of the horror genre or the Mistress of the Dark herself, I say pass this up at your own peril, because while there is plenty of Elvira merchandise out there that has been made over the years, it gets pretty pricey once it hits the secondary market. So if you see this, I'd say just pick it up. You can always return it right, or, you can hold out for NECA to release the pseudo-retro cloth style version of Elvira that's a little bit more realistic, which is something I may be doing. We'll see. There's a lot of stuff coming out, guys. It's kind of hard to keep up. But before I wrap up this review, I'd like to give a shout out to Miss Cassandra Peterson for finally coming out of the closet after 19 years. We're a very accepting folk here, so shout out to her for coming out and speaking her mind. Speak a truth, man. We need more of that in this world. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. If you're so inclined, please hit that notification bell so you know whenever I upload more reviews like this one, because we got to show that algorithm who's boss, right? And if you haven't already, check me out on Instagram at Overlord Productions. But as always, please keep the comments civil, because the world sucks enough as it is. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later.